Most men over 50 have no idea when a woman is flirting with them, not because they can't see it, but because the signals have changed, and missing them means letting moments slip away that could have been the start of something real. Today, I'm going to show you how to notice those subtle signs, understand what she's really asking, and respond in a way that keeps the door wide open without chasing, without pretending, just being fully yourself. Today, we're diving into the subtle signals women give after 50, those quiet questions and small gestures that reveal interest, and how you can recognize them before the moment slips away. Most men over 50 completely miss the moment a woman starts showing interest in them. It's not because they can't read signals or have lost touch, it's because the signs aren't the same as they were decades ago. She's not going to giggle and grab your arm like a teenager. She won't openly say, "I like you," or boldly ask you out for drinks. Instead, she'll drop a small casual question, something that seems innocent but quietly tests the waters. And if you don't notice, the opportunity vanishes just as quietly. You walk away thinking it was just a friendly chat. She walks away thinking, maybe he's not interested. You didn't do anything wrong. You just didn't recognize what she was really asking. This video is about those subtle, almost invisible moments, those soft questions, sideways glances, offhand comments, and little probes women use to see if there's a spark without diving in fully. Over the next few minutes, I'll break down 8 of these questions. You'll see what she's really asking, why it matters, and how to respond in a way that shows you're present, confident, and fully yourself. Not chasing, not desperate, just grounded. Because here's the truth. After 50, most men don't need to try harder. They just need to pay more attention. Once you do, you'll start noticing warmth where you thought there was just small talk. Real attraction where you thought you were invisible. Let's start with the first one. It sounds innocent, but is a major test. How old are you? Really? On the surface, it seems playful, but when she adds that soft, "really?" she isn't asking for a number. She's checking how comfortable you are in your own skin. Does your age feel like a burden, or do you carry it with quiet confidence? How you respond tells her everything. Flinch, dodge, or turn it into a joke, and she senses it. What she's looking for isn't youth, it's presence, self-assurance, a man fully alive in his own life, unapologetic about the years he's lived. Men who stand out aren't the ones trying to look younger. They're the ones who own their timeline. A confident answer might be old enough to know what matters, young enough to still enjoy the ride. Or even with a grin, "You want my age or my attitude?" I remember a man named Rick, 64, divorced, silver-haired, sharp dresser. At a jazz lounge, a smart, elegant woman asked him, "How old are you really?" He tried to be clever. "Too old for you." She laughed, but he felt the spark fade instantly. Later, he realized he hadn't just dodged a question. He dodged the moment most men miss it. These questions aren't interviews, they're invitations. Answer them with self-doubt or self-mockery, and she hears that clearly. Here's another one that trips men up. "Why aren't you married?" At first, it can feel personal, even judgmental. But said gently, it's curiosity wrapped in caution. She's not digging for stories. She's asking, "Are you emotionally available? Could there be room in your life for someone like me?" Many men respond by unloading their romantic history or getting defensive, and both approaches quietly close the door. She's listening to how you carry your past. A better response is simple, calm, and honest. "Life kept me busy, but now I have space for something real." Or, "I just haven't met the right person yet, maybe until now." I once spoke to Gerald, 67, widowed young. A woman at his community garden asked why he wasn't married. Size. He stiffly answered, changed the subject, and a week later, she stopped coming. He later realized she was asking about them, not being polite. These moments arrive softly, disguised as casual questions. They carry emotional weight. If your response sounds bitter or closed, she steps back. If it's calm, open, lightly warm, a man who's done the work and is ready for something new, she takes notice. When she asks, "Why aren't you married?" don't give her a reason to regret asking. Give her a reason to wonder what comes next. Another common question is, "Do you date younger women?" Many men misread this. Some take it as a compliment, others as a trap. But she's not asking for a record of your past. She's gauging your openness. Could you see someone like her as more than a friend? Most of the time, she's listening for whether you make her feel seen, respected, and unique, not compared to some imagined group of younger women. A stronger response focuses on connection, not age. Something like, "I don't choose by age, I notice energy and how we click." Or, "What matters to me is how a woman makes me feel, not the year she was born." I once knew a man named Marcus, 59, sharp dresser, quick with a joke. At his favorite bookstore, a woman in her mid 40s asked for a recommendation. They laughed, chatted, and grabbed coffee. Then she asked, "Do you usually date younger women?" Marcus paused, smiled, and said, "I like women who bring good energy. Younger or older doesn't matter. What matters is that we click." She didn't just smile politely, she was genuinely interested. That conversation led to dinner, and dinner turned into something more. That's the power of presence, not fumbling when the question isn't what it seems. Another question that seems casual but carries weight is, what kind of woman do you usually go for? On the surface, it sounds like small talk, but she's quietly measuring herself against your ideals. This isn't about listing traits like tall, athletic, brunette, likes golf. That only tells her you're chasing a checklist. She's watching to see if you're open to a real connection, if you're grown past chasing some imaginary ideal. Finally, the question that's closest to a confession: would you ever date someone like me? She's not fishing for praise. She's putting herself out there, vulnerable. Many men freeze, go neutral, or change the subject, and she pulls back. The best answer isn't clever, it's honest. Yes, I already am in my mind. Charlie, 66, former military, once shared how this simple response on a sunset walk led her to take his hand and not let go. At the end of the day, these moments are all around you, quietly waiting to be noticed. Women aren't always going to spell out their interest. They drop hints, ask soft questions, and test the waters. The difference is simple, whether you see them or let them pass by. After 50, it's not about trying harder. It's about being present, confident, and open. Pay attention, respond with clarity and warmth, and you'll start to recognize real attraction where you once only saw politeness.